tonight. This could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And so it's Minnesota with it. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. The shot by Conley, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. For three, George. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. Now McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. And here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Zubac with the steal.
You know, once you leave your feet, you really limit your options.
Here's Leonard. Jacks up a three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. First quarter, just over a minute played. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Conley passes to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Here's George. It doesn't go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Edwards, plenty of space. Money from the wing.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
George outside. Pass to Zubac. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
For three, Conley. Rebound by the Clippers. George outside. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Leonard for three. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
Now here's Gobert. Great D that time from Zubac.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Leonard passes to Covington. Pass to George. With the drive. The second effort. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Oh, and Leonard has some of the biggest hands in the game, using them to haul in offensive boards.
Towns a screen on George. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Westbrook, the pass to Leonard. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Leonard's got 10.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Pass to Gobert. And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Drills it from deep. Edwards gotten his second bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's George. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Outside Conley. Towns a screen on Covington. And that one's good from Conley.
Well, Conley can be a volume scorer from the arc. The defense can't let him just have those opportunities.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Plumlee's checked in for the Clippers. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. George outside. Covington, a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Covington. The 3 is up. And the Clippers miss again. Now here's Conley. Now here's Gobert. Edwards for 3. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. 1 quarter in the books. And it's... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Russell Westbrook, Mason Plumlee out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Highland in at the 2. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Here's Highland. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Six to shoot. Covington, a screen on McDaniels. The 3, and that one's good. Covington.
How about the alertness of Covington? I mean, sensing the separation from the defense and then cashing in on that space that was created.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Towns. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Now here's Conley. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Highland. The offensive rebound. Westbrook outside. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
The defense all over Westbrook there, but he's crafty, he's slick, and he was focused on that shot.
Edwards with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Edwards, a pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's Highland. On the take. And a nice finish on the layup. 5 points in the game.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. And here's Conley. Back to Towns. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Edwards has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, confidence feeds on itself, and the more experience Edwards gets, I think the more confidence he'll continue to gain, especially operating in these pick and roll sets.
Here's Highland. He's got 5. Pass to Plumlee. Out to Leonard. Puts up a three. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer the no call. I like that idea.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Reed finds Anderson. Back to Reed. It's tipped. Oh, Morris with a steal. Powell outside. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Reed. Here's Rivers. Back to Reed.
CLA foul. Terrence Mann. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:03 left in the first half of this game. Reed sets a screen. Here's Prince. The three-pointer off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Rivers. Pass to Noel. Out to the right wing. Reed for 3. And he buries his first look.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
26 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far.
Marcus Morris Sr. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Minnesota. Kyle Anderson.
And Anderson drops them both. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Here's Highland. He has 7. Going inside, uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not...
Okay, Ali, appreciate it. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Jalen Noel. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Prince in at the small forward position.
Known for racking up triple-doubles, Westbrook continues to pile up incredible numbers. I mean, his intensity on a nightly basis is absolutely insane.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He's perfect from the line this time. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. George with it, guarded now by Anderson. From deep, takes a 3. George's shot is off.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Reed against Subats. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Anderson for 3. Connects from downtown. Anderson's got 5.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Leonard. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint, not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
Pass to Prince. There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Westbrook with it. And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Zubac's inside. Working on Reed. Zubac's shot is off. Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
George left side. Six on the shot clock. Covington. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. To the paint. Tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Plumlee's checked in for Los Angeles. Mann comes in for Westbrook. Inside. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Down low. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Outside Edwards. And he drives in. And the layup is good off the glass. Edwards got 12.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Leonard double team. Towns against Plumlee. It's Covington on the wing. Three-pointer. Oh, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls.
Previous play is under
Video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The Clippers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And he's good on the first of 3. Good on the second one. And he makes all 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Towns. 58 seconds left in the third. Oh, Covington with a block.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
Powell with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. And George gets it to go on the assist from Powell. George has got his first bucket in this one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. So for the Clippers, Morris, he's checked in for Covington, and it's Highland in for Paul George.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Westbrook. Power it home!
You know, Westbrook will not let an opportunity to embarrass his defender go wanting. Oh, my goodness. What a move.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
They throw good, Edwards.
Second team foul.
Both shots good from the strike.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Here's George. Soft touch off the glass. George has got his second basket of the game. Here's Conley. Towns for three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Los Angeles. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
And so here are the Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Now George. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
Plumlee's checked in for Zubac.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
It's stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
You're smart about picking his spots. That time, Leonard senses opportunity and flies up the floor.
Conley goes in. Outside Edwards. To the middle. Conley against Westbrook. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Here's Leonard. McDaniels with the rebound. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Here's Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Right side Edwards. Shot clock at 6. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Now here's Westbrook. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Outside Edwards. Can't hit that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Leonard finds some space. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
From deep, Conley sinks the tray.
A savvy playmaker with a great handle. Conley runs such a smooth pick and roll.
Here's Covington. Crafty move. Plumlee passes to Westbrook. Now here's George. Rebound, Minnesota.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Pass to Edwards. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
George outside. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels against George. Right side, Covington. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And stolen by Covington. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. There's Plumlee with a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Edwards with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Back to Edwards. There's the triple. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Clippers.
Free throws were a major factor tonight.
It's nice to get a lot of shots at the line, but then you need to convert them. They did that, and it paved their way to a win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kawhi Leonard.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role, mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
Second team foul.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Leonard outside. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Edwards against George. To the wing, right side. Towns passes to Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Conley. And it's stolen by Plumlee. So no problem for the Clippers. And Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I smack clowns with mad style.
Brent, they play hard on the defensive end, don't they? Did you enjoy playing in games like this?
No, Kevin. Why would defense? Why would I enjoy playing against a good defensive team? I want to score. But we will appreciate what we get tonight with these guys. Great effort, great grit, and we'll see who will come out on top.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton, and it's Okogie in at the 3. Now here's George, and he drives in. Zubac's the best at George. Outside Westbrook. Back to Covington. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Paul's got the game going with his first points of the game for Phoenix.
It almost feels automatic at that point. The confidence that Chris Paul inspires in his teammates. It's surprising if they don't make the play.
And it's Leonard missing.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
That's impressive. Kevin Durant just getting up and throwing it down.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And here is Durant after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Durant against Leonard. And Durant gets it to go.
And how about Durant inside because of that height? Just tough to deal with. Comfortable attacking from that spot.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Westbrook against Paul, and finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook motoring through the maze of defenders right there, and the explosive finish.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, look, here's what the Clippers head coach had to say earlier. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense. And George kicks to Covington. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix, trailing by 5. Durant sets a screen for Paul. And just miss after miss right now.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now, here's Westbrook. Kicks to Covington. And Durant comes to help. Covington with the bucket.
That's a tough shot as Covington finds a way that time.
Suns trail by 7. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy. And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
George finds Covington. Over Paul. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
Booker looking around. Buries it from 3-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. From From deep, George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Suns trail by 7. Paul, right side. He takes it in. Outside for Durant. For Phoenix, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he can't get the first one.
Durant still has a drive to keep adding something to his game offensively, which should be scary to the rest of the league, but makes him so fun to watch. And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Back to Leonard. And it's Zubac atop the key. Off target at the rim. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Clippers lead by... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Ball against Westbrook. Passes to Durant. Leonard with the steal. Here's Westbrook driving to the basket. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Westbrook examining the defense, sees the crack, and explodes right through it.
Booker outside. Outside, KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Brett, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there was some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism, the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
Suns trail by 10. Booker in the corner. Back to Durant. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Here's Booker. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Highland, defended by Booker. Highland passes to Morris. No problems knocking that one down. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
And Paul gets it to go in.
And this is what he does so well, putting the defender back on his heels and being relentless in flying to the basket.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Now he's checked in for Los Angeles. Man comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. Here's Highland. He's guarded by Ross. Morris outside. It's deflected. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
He's a solid rebounder for his position at forward, 6'8", TJ Warren getting inside and being in the right spot.
Here's Highland. He's guarded by Ross, and the wide open shot from Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. And here is Shamet. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and he trims the lead to single digits.
Yeah, basically not giving the defense a chance to close out or get near him before he got that one off.
Here's Highland, and that one is hammered home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And Phoenix has possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. Biombo, no luck. And that's a foul called on TJ Warren. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Mann to the paint. 51 seconds left in the first half of the game. Powell dishes to Plumlee. Back to Powell, and stolen by Biombo.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
Here's Baisley, covered by Morris. Baisley passes to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Here's Biombo. Off target with his 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Morris outside. And the 3 off target. It's stolen by Morris. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Thank you, David. We'll be back in. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Octopi in at the small forward. Westbrook with the steal. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 11-point game. Down low, here's Paul. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Paul's got 8.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
George double teamed. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Nobody near Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Suns trail by 9.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Here's Ayton. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Ayton against George. Outside Westbrook. Rebound by the Suns.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
KD with it. Leonard picks him up.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And the Clippers call time here. Los Angeles leading by 7. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Covington a screen on Paul. It's Covington on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. He's got 9.
Well, if you look up 3 and D in the dictionary, you might see a photo of Robert Covington. He's bringing that spacing to his offense.
Paul kicks to Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Clock at 6. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. That one, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. The drive by KD. And finished off by KD.
Well, long legs of Kevin Durant. They're galloping down the lane. I don't know how you catch up there.
1:53 left to play here in the third. George with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Kicks it out to Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Suns trail by 6. To the middle. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
There's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Josh Octopi. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Phoenix. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Kawhi confident in that shot there. Just gets the ball. He really didn't waste any time.
Ball outside. Back to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And so here's Phoenix. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Substitution on the court.
43 seconds left to play in the third. High post, KD. Morris is there. Ayton. At 3 off the mark. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Highland. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Phoenix grabs the miss. Paul looking around. And Ayton throws it down.
I mean, as good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA. Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. And time for the short. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Suns trail by 3. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Marcus Morris is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's man in at the 1 spot. And the Suns call time.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
Thank you, David.
First team foul.
Booker outside. To tie it up. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. George against Booker. Lays it up off the glass. George has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns, trailing by 5. KD against Leonard. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside Covington. Zubac's the pass to Westbrook. Zubac's a screen on Paul. Back to Zubac's. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Yep, that one goes. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Octopi, defended by Covington. Back to Ayton. 6 to shoot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Ayton showing it can be a problem on other spots on the floor, not just the post.
Outside Leonard from outside the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
For 3, Booker. Westbrook pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 8. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Devin Booker. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Westbrook with it. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. 6 on the shot clock.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And Booker kicks to Durant.
Hey, yo, right here.
Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Leonard looking around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Westbrook with the steal. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
On the wing, George. George double teamed with the shot. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Suns trail by 14 to the inside. Ayton, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
Outside, George. Up and in on the layup. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic. And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments I thought for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Covington setting the pick for George. And there's the drive. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 11-point game. Plays it up and banks it in.
And we might be in for a special night, KD, getting it going offensively.
Outside Westbrook. So the Clippers with the win. Some good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
I smack clowns with mad style.
And it's the Suns to start out. Here are the 5 for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
The shot by Conley, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Durant, and it's slammed in by Durant.
Well, what you love about Devin Booker, this guy, yes, he is a shoot-first player, but if somebody's open, he will find you.
Conley with the ball, Durant covering, and the basket by Gobert.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Booker finds Durant. Clock at 6. He takes it in. McDaniels with some nice D.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Now here's Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Gobert with a screen on Booker. And here's Edwards outside. Drops in the 3.
Now, Anthony Edwards has proven to be capable from any spot on the floor. That time he hits you with the three-point shot. Okay, Anthony.
They get the rebound. The kick out to Paul. Outside Durant. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Durant's got his second basket.
Well, at close range, you can see KD adjust his touch perfectly. Just enough power on that interior shot. Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Okogie on the wing. The kick to Durant. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Towns a screen on Paul. From deep, Conley. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
And Kevin Durant again. Durant's got 8 points.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
So 2021 saw the addition of yet another honor to the resume of the great Kevin Durant. A selection to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. I don't think he needed cementing of his legacy, but it's just one more feather in his cap.
Gobert finds Conley. Here's Towns. Back to Daniels. To the wing on the left. The 3. Conley hits a 3-pointer. Give him 8.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That 3-point opportunity for Mike Conley? Yes, sir.
Even with all those accomplishments, Durant is just as hungry as ever, Doris.
The BA, to me, he's always just in a competition against himself. He simply wants to play the best basketball night after night. Here's a guy who takes tremendous pride in being complete and perfecting his craft.
From deep, Conley gets the 3 to fall.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Ball against Edwards. Paul can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Stick by Gobert. Conley passes to Edwards. Back to Conley. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Outside Durant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
12 seconds left in the first. Up top, Aiden. It's Booker on the wing. With one on the clock. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. But it's off target. And so it's Mike Conley. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Aiden in at the 5 down low.
One thing that's defined Mike Conley's career in the NBA is his mastery and understanding of the point guard position. Don't sleep on his athleticism now either, though. Vertical at the combine was 40.5 inches. Folks, not a lot of people achieve that number.
Now here's Paul. Looking for his first basket still in this one. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Edwards. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. And if you know about Conley's family, you know where he gets his athletic ability.
Well, we know Mike Sr. is a gold medalist in the triple jump. He's in the track and field Hall of Fame. No wonder Mike Jr. can jump out of the gym.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Conley passes to McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. McDaniels gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The kick to Durant. Pass to Okogie. 5 to shoot. And Durant with the big finish.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Conley against Paul. The 3 is up. Stolen by Ayton. Outside Paul. Pass to Durant. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
Kevin Durant will go down as one of the most skilled shooters in the history of the game. This guy is a walking bucket, and he continues to terrorize defenses.
Now here's McDaniels. Gobert passes to Edwards. 4 on the clock. Conley with the ball. 4-3. And Ayton pulls it down. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
This guy locked in offensively. A little thump is not going to stop Kevin Durant.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And Minnesota has possession. Anderson inside. Paisley on him. Here's Prince. He's covered by Warren. Prince can't hit. The Suns have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Paisley in the post. Anderson covers. Paisley, good.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Coming off a Suns make. Pass to Reed. Shot clock at 6. Anderson with a screen. Prince with the bucket. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
This guy has spent his career underrated. Prince can stretch the defense and do a lot of little things for you.
And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Outside Warren. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Suns lead by 1.
Well, so committed to scoring near the cup. T.J. Warren, nice touch.
Reed, a screen on Warren. Pass to Reed. Now Anderson. Back to Reed. Over Warren. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. The Suns have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Here's Paisley. Outside Ross. It's Shamet on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Prince. Here's the 3. Drains the triple. Prince has got 6. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And we're through the first half of play here. And thanks, Allie.
The Suns, 26.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
They've got Kyle Anderson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Here's Paul. Banked it in off the glass.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Now here's Anderson. It's a 5-point game. To the inside. Stolen by Ayton. In transition, here they come. Paul finds Durant. He can't hit that time. And Minnesota the other way with it now. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Back to Prince. Beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Durant. He got a piece of it. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. A slam dunk by Reed.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Paul, following the score by Minnesota. Booker, the pass to Aiden. Reed with the rebound. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 10-2 run here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And we know dead ball situations are where some fans change the channel. Doris, has the league done enough to discourage intentional fouls?
Every form of media, to me, BA, is trying to capture the imagination of their fans. So anything that enhances your product is something that in the long term is going to do well for you.
Now here's Paul. Takes the three, and the three-pointer goes. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
There's so much confidence in his ability to make range shots. Chris Paul knocks down the three.
Pass to Edwards. 1:52 left in the third. Inside, right side McDaniels. Sinks it from distance. McDaniels got 6.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now here's Durant. He's got 17. Back to Aiden. Durant finds Aiden. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 19 points.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
McDaniels from long range. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Booker. From outside, off the mark. Ball against Edwards. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Conley against Paul. Conley passes to McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The Suns clear it.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Durant, and it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Minnesota's got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. To the paint. Stolen by Ayton. And now the Suns fast break. Back to Okogie. Right wing. Paul for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Minnesota in command with the 13th. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Ayton in at the 5. Now here's Booker. It's blocked by Gobert.
This guy is an absolute menace and force on the defensive end. Rudy Gobert says, no, sir.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Conley. Three-pointer. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 16. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Durant's shot is off. Now here's Conley. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. McDaniels with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Suns shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Gobert with a screen on Paul. Pass to Towns from outside the arc. Double team on Towns. And here's Edwards. The three ball. That one no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Durant. Back to Booker. Pass to Durant. Fires for three. And they'll get another chance. Outside Booker. Outside Durant. This one for three. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Gobert with a screen on Paul. Pass to Towns. Towns on a screen. To the left wing. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Timberwolves lead by 17. Here's Durant. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, you see, if you're going to foul him, you've got to wrap Kevin Durant up. He's too good at absorbing contact and finding a way to score.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Conley with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. And that one's good from Conley.
Mike Conley starting to percolate a little bit here. Look out, defenders.
Paul passes to Ayton. It's blocked by Gobert. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Here's Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the fourth. Over to the wing. Down low. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns. And that one's long. The Suns have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Pass to Paul. Now here's Ayton. McDaniels covering.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And what a huge performance it was for Mike Conley.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a...
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable. But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
To the middle. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. From deep. McDaniels finds Conley. Gobert with a screen on Booker. Booker against Conley. Lets it go from deep. And another three from Minnesota.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Paul passes to Durant. Launches it. He's off on that one. So it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
I smack clowns with mad style.
pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the one.
How about the alertness of Covington? I mean, sensing the separation from the defense and then cashing in on that space that was created.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. So it's Minnesota now. It's a three-point game. For three, Conley. Covington grabs the board.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
George for three. The shot misses. Now Minnesota takes it the other way.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. About a minute played here so far in the first. Zubac screen. George with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. And that one's good. Covington.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Conley against Westbrook. Conley on the attack. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Westbrook. It's Covington on the wing. Let's go with a three. That one is off. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. 3 on 3. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Westbrook against Conley. Pass to Towns. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. The Clippers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. George outside. Out to Covington. Over Towns. They get it back. Zubac passes to Covington. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Covington, no good. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. And that's an intentional foul. Here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on George. And here's Edwards outside. Knocks down the triple. And that makes it a tie ball game.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Back to George. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Leonard for three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Conley against Westbrook. Here's Towns. The kick out to Conley. There's a minute 26 left in the opening quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. The shot that time not on target. Great D that time from Zubac. Inside. And George with the jam.
Yep, Westbrook seems to have a sixth sense for those kinds of openings. Knows exactly where the gap is and finds his teammate perfect.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Towns. Outside Conley. Launches a three. Rebound by the Clippers. George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Count it. Good.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
Conley against Westbrook. Reverses to stop the run. Pass to Towns. Back to Conley. Here's Towns. The three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Here's George. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
George hits them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Gobert with a screen on George to the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Edwards.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Mason Plumlee out there with Robert Covington. And it's Highland in at the point guard position.
PG-13 emphatically throwing that one down. They're not stopping him on that dunk.
And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. And competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro.
Leonard. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Outside Edwards. Gobert up top. Conley against Plumlee. From the arc. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Plumlee's got his first 2 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Offensive board. Second chance shot. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Morris, he's checked in for the Clippers. Mann comes in for George. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, Morris with a steal. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Brent. On target from range. Prince has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Boy, the speed with which Prince shoots is amazing. I mean, this guy barely takes any time to let it go.
Morris outside. From downtown, he buries it from 3. And the Clippers lead by 13.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Reed. Here's Prince. For 3. Shot clock at 5. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard outside. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Left side Anderson. 1:52 left in the first half. Leonard with a double team. Here's Prince. Back to Reed. There's the drive. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh. Keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
The Clippers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. To the right side. Here's Plumlee. Out to Powell. Fires from deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Reed sets a screen. Alexander Walker misses the 3. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. 41 seconds left in the half. Morris outside. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Prince. Fires the 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Here's Alexander Walker. The 3. Pure from 3-point range. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The 3 ball. And so it's Los Angeles in control.
17. The Clippers, 33.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Rivers in at the 2. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
First team foul.
Here's Prince. Zubac with the steal.
You know, once you leave your feet, you really limit your options.
Westbrook into the lane.
Boy, that raw explosiveness of Westbrook fully on display there. When he sees a lane, he gets to it hard and fast.
And so Westbrook nails both of them. The Timberwolves shooting 40% so far in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Anderson. Oh, George with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Leonard for three. Zubac's inside. Working on Reed. Zubac's shot is off. And here's Minnesota now. They trail by 18. Rivers. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now. George outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
George taking advantage of that close, tight defense, drawing the foul while taking his shot.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Here's Minnesota. Reed to screen on Westbrook. Down low. Here's Prince. Covington grabs the board. Covington's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Leonard. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's just terrifying coming down the lane. I mean, when Leonard is attacking with ferocity, man, the D has to foul.
And Leonard drops them both. 90 seconds into the second half now. McDaniels inside, covered by Covington. Now Conley, pass to Edwards. 5 on the clock. Towns on a screen. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. From deep, Conley. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For 3, Westbrook. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
George outside. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
The shot by Conley, no good. The Clippers have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. The Timberwolves have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Edwards finds Conley. And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Blocked! Edwards against George. Leonard passes to George. Out to Leonard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
An incredibly strong player. Leonard able to convert through the contact.
1:14 left in the third. Conley passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. The kick out to Edwards. Fires the 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And the basket by Westbrook.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Conley passes to Edwards. There's the 3. Counted from distance. Edwards has got 10 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Westbrook with it. 6 points for him. Left side Covington. Pass to Zubac. 4 on the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Westbrook drives. It's blocked by Gobert. Out to the right wing. Great D that time from Zubats. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already... Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Mann. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Marcus Morris out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Highland in at the 2 spot. They double him with McDaniels. Pass to Mann. Jacks up a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Edwards from deep 3-point range. Buries it from 3.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
The drive by Mann. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 20. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 37% so far in this one. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I think confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And now a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Can you say vintage? Wow, this was a vintage performance. I mean, so much of the game is about the 3-ball today, but his focus was going hard into the paint and doing damage from inside.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Mann. The kick out to Morris. All alone. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Towns. Oh, and that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Pass to Plumlee. Now here's Morris. From behind the arc. Kept alive to the wing, right side. Here's Highland. Off target with the 3. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Towns on a screen. Edwards finds Towns. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Highland. No good on the 3.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Morris outside. The 3 is up. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in the game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
The kick out to Edwards. Launches a 3. The shot no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
McDaniels passes to Conley. Towns on a screen. For 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Clippers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Kawhi Leonard.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight. Flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
Here's the three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Into the lane. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Conley with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Launches it. Towns with room to shoot. Another shot. And that one good. Here's Highland. Fires for three. So no problem for the Clippers as they get, thanks Alec, great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
I smack clowns with mad style.
to pounce in your step. It'll be the Suns off the tip. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Now here's Westbrook. And here's George. Covington, a screen on Paul. Outside, Covington. From the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Now Paul. There's the drive. It's hauled in by Zubac. Westbrook with it. Chris Paul covering. And Leonard has it in the corner. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Westbrook passes to Leonard. Durant against Leonard. Durant feeling it out a bit. Inside, Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Now here's Leonard. Back to George. Zubac with the screen for George. It's good from long range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here is Durant. Ayton a screen.
Such a skilled, versatile talent. When Durant is focused on scoring, he's hard to guard without fouling.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He's off on the second. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And look at Ayton get up there. Have to enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Zubac a screen on Paul. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And Durant with the block.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
Durant with the steal. They're running. Chalk up 2 there.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Ball against George. Unable to get that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Booker dishes to Ayton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Zubac. Booker against Westbrook. Outside Covington. Lets it go with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Here's Octopi, defended by Covington. At the top of the key, Ayton. The shot's good. Ayton's got 10 points in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Westbrook against Booker. In the corner, George with it. No good from outside.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Paul with the steal. .26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Ayton wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Plumlee. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up and everyone falls in line.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Westbrook scanning the floor for three. Covington, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns. Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Plumlee, and it's Westbrook in at the point. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing's over.
George against Paul. Covington, a screen on Paul. In the corner, it's Plumlee. A three-pointer off the mark. Suns leading by 5. Durant attacking. Plumlee with some nice D.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And taken away by Paul. Ayton gets to Durant. The putback. Paul outside. Westbrook against Booker. 6 to shoot. They shoot again. Ayton. And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got the lead up to 7 now for Phoenix.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the Myst, one of Ayton's specialties.
And the Clippers call time here. And the Clippers making a change here. Highland's checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. For his position, DeAndre Ayton is exceptionally well equipped.
Yeah, are you talking about those long arms, that 7'6" wingspan? Yeah, those will help you knock away a few shots and pluck down a few rebounds out of the air. That is no question.
Now here's Paul. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And Ayton throws it down.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
George looking around. And the pass to Covington. Leonard with the ball. Plumlee sets the pick for Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Highland passes to George. Plumlee with a screen on KD. And stolen by Ayton. For 3, Booker. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Off the mark, and the drop continues. The Suns have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. It's 3 of 9. Here's Paul. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
See, I like it when Paul attacks the hoop, when he looks for his.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So, for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for Leonard. Mann subbed in for George. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here's Paul. Passes it to Durant. Here's Ayton. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers trail by 9. 1:11 left to play in the first half. Highland passes to Morris. Here's Highland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Driving in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cut.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. 55 seconds left here in the second. Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. Ross on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Baisley. Back to Ross for 3. Offensive rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Highland. Bangs home the trifecta. Highland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Warren the pass to Baisley. Get to Warren. And that'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David. And whoop.
Your Suns, 22. The Clippers, 18.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Andrew Shamet is out there with Terrence Ross. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Warren. And it's Baisley in at the 4 spot. Ayton finds Paul. Ayton inside. Zubac's defending. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And it's Ayton missing. Clippers trail by 4. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more
Previous play is under
personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Paul. Banked in off the glass. Paul's got 6.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack of ball strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
Here's Westbrook. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket and finished off by Westbrook.
Flushing it on a much taller defender. That is just filthy.
Paul against Westbrook. Paul outside. Pass to Ayton. Booker outside. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Suns leading by 4. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
That's tipped. Paul with the ball. George picks him up. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George, screen by Zubac. George, no good. And KD's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points. Ayton up top, back to KD. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. In the corner, George with it. Rebound by the Suns. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:37 left in the third. And that one is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Westbrook. Zubac against Durant. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Outside, Covington. 6 on the shot clock. George passes to Covington. Outside, Leonard. Shoots over KD. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Here's Paul. 6 points for him. The pass to Durant. Pocket 6. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Highland. 5 points in the game. Morris outside. Drills the three-pointer. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Paul with the ball. Here he goes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 4 this quarter. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Past a man. Out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. And so it's Phoenix in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Suns leading by 9, and the Suns call time here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1.
Uses the pick so nicely. Paul gets the screen and fires away.
Ball against George. Outside Leonard. Covington in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Well, Phoenix shooting at 50% in a decent group. Here's Durant. The feed to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Fires the 3. Goes up with it again. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Paul looking over the floor. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Suns lead by 13. And Los Angeles guys shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Outside, George. There's a screen by Covington. There's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And this is what Covington is known for, effective at stretching the floor with his outside shooting.
Paul outside. Ayton in the corner. From past the arc. Rebounded by Covington. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Westbrook. And the layup's good off the glass.
And putting his burst on full display, Westbrook can blow by defenders in a hurry.
Here's Paul. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Covington setting the pick for Leonard. It's George on the wing. Back to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. And they pick up 2.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Paul. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Wide open look here for Zubac. That one a little long.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Plumlee is checked in for Los Angeles. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
George against Booker. And he commits the intentional foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Highland's checked in.
Clippers substitution.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. For 3, Octopi. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Highland. Launches it. Here's Plumlee. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Paul penetrating, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 8. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Highland, defended by Booker. Highland misses.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
George against Booker. Driving inside. Stolen by George. 43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Leonard finds Covington. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. George against Paul. Plumlee, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Mason Plumlee.
Plumlee hits them both. And here are the Suns now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Octopi, the pass to Ayton. Ayton, a screen on George. 6 to shoot. Ayton inside. Paul George grabs the miss. Here's Highland. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. It was David. Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
I smack clowns with mad style.
Phoenix will get the first possession. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Conley in at the point. Now here's Durant. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the shot. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside Edwards. Out left to the wing. Now here's Towns. Not a lot of room. Lays it up and banks it in. And these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Coming off a Suns make, Conley passes to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Now here's Booker. Tries it from the block. Outside Paul. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. And that one's good. Paul.
Defense is not able to keep up with the speed and really the awareness of Chris Paul that time.
And they double up Edwards. From deep, Conley. Here's Towns. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
And right away, he's going to work on the boards, just fighting for every rebound.
Not only fighting on the boards, he's converting, and not just on the putback. It's been a great start for him.
And Conley grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Gobert with a screen on Paul. Conley passes to McDaniels. Conley against Paul. Gobert with a screen on Paul. Stolen by Ayton. Right side Booker. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Conley against Paul. Gobert with a screen on Paul. Outside Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Kevin Durant. After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry. And they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
Here's Durant. Tries again. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Conley finds Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Booker from deep. And the Suns miss again.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kevin Durant. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Durant. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Oh, no good again that time. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And he knocks down the first one.
You're one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Now here's Paul. Outside Durant. No good there. And Minnesota will come the other way. 10 points separating these teams. Towns a screen on Paul. Pass to Conley. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. scratching your head to that turnover.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Paul for three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. First free throw is good.
Karl Anthony Towns.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Fires in the triple.
Great shooting from Booker. He keeps getting better, that time from way outside.
Outside Conley. Pass to Towns from outside the arc. They get it back. Outside McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. It's good if it goes. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I like how focused they've been on getting the opposition into foul trouble, as well as coming through at the free throw line.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Octopi in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Shot is good by Edwards.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
There's the steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Paul. And he's going to... the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
When you guard CP3, you just can't allow him to do whatever he wants. He's just too good. What do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? And when you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Edwards for 3. Gobert. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Pass to Ayton. Oh, it's stolen. Ayton against Conley. Here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Now Towns. And Towns slams it home.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
From the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Booker with it. He's picked up by Conley. Outside Booker. Durant with a screen on Conley. Fades. Booker can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Pass to Conley. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And here's Edwards outside. And Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Okogie. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Okogie's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Conley against Paul. Conley passes to McDaniels. Hits the trifecta. And the Timberwolves lead by 14. And Brent, we hear talk about teams finding their identity. For those that don't know, can you break down what that really means?
Well, one of the key things, BA, is you come out of a training camp in any given year. You're trying to find the right rotation of players and combinations of players that's going to establish what it is that you're capable of doing. And 30 games into the season, you know, that identity can start to show itself. Great coaches in the league will adapt to the things that they're seeing from their rosters to give them the best chance to win.
Pass to Durant. A minute 15 left in the first half. Clock at 6. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Durant. Booker's got 5 points.
Yeah, with how much attention Durant draws, he's a skilled passer, and he'll make it happen.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Pass to Prince. Anderson with a screen. From the wing. Reed passes to Anderson. Here's Alexander Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Reed a screen on Paul. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Reed can't hit. The Suns have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got his first basket.
And how about Durant inside? Because of that height, just tough to deal with. Comfortable attacking from that spot.
Reed a screen on Paul. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Paul. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, there's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Stolen by Ayton. Durant on the attack. And he converts the layup.
You love how sudden Durant can be with that attack. And he sliced up the defense. They were unprepared.
Here's Alexander Walker. It could go. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
That free throw misses. The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
And you look at KD just attacking with authority.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Booker against Reed. They double him with Booker. Pass to Prince. 4-3. Knocks down the long J. Prince has got 5.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Outside Paul. Here's Durant. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Anderson. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Here's Prince. He's got 5. And here's Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
Boy, the Suns are struggling. Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I think he just has a great feel for what the defender is thinking. Durant using the up fake there to draw the foul.
And both free throws good for Durant. So it's Minnesota now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Conley against Paul. Conley passes to Edwards. Out to the right wing. And Minnesota calls time here.
Loudest section in the arena.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Just 3 to shoot. The shot by Conley, no good. The Suns shooting 36% for the game. Not great. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Pass to Towns. Takes the 3. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Paul against Conley. Paul passes to Ayton. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Towns. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Paul. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
He's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Outside Durant. Ayton passes to Paul. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And Chris Paul, when he gets into those tight spots, becomes pretty smart in there.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Conley laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 7.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Start it. Timeout. Start it. Timeout. Start it. Timeout. Start it.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. The baseline J is on the way. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Towns a screen on Paul. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Picked by Gobert. Takes a 3. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the... And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after...
The previous play is
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And so it's Minnesota up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They just can't. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
One of the purest scorers the game has ever seen. Durant continues to somehow get better each year.
Now Edwards. Pass to Towns. Puts up a 3. Doesn't go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Ball passes to Durant. And Durant slams it home.
And using all of his 7'5" wingspan, Durant turns backwards.
Towns a screen on Paul. Conley passes to Towns. Paul against Conley. Back to Towns. This one for 3. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Paul trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Pass to Durant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Conley against Paul. 3-pointer. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Gobert. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Now here's Ayton. The 3. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. To the inside. Conley with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Towns. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
Now here's Edwards. Tightly guarded. Shot to end the cold streak.
How about Chris Paul just in the right position, so smart on both ends of the floor.
Booker against McDaniels. The kick out to Paul. Here's Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Edwards fires from way outside. The Suns clear it. outside Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in the clutch moment.
Pass to Towns. It's McDaniels on the wing. Lets the three fly. And Chris Paul clears it away. The Suns trailing. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Octopi. Durant inside. McDaniels covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Booker. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
That's why Devin Booker has the ball for moments just like that.
Towns on a screen. Let's go with a three. Knocks it down from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And they're still in front, but they desperately needed that hoop to sustain the advantage.
And that one's good.
Yeah, and do you see Chris Paul sweating right now? I don't.
And Edwards, here we go. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Durant with a screen on Conley. To the middle. Oh, deflected. And here's the fast break. To the paint. Outside McDaniels. Towns, a screen on Durant. McDaniels passes to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. The kick out to Edwards. Second shot opportunity. Paul with it. He's picked up by Conley. In transition, here come the Suns. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Durant. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Edwards for 3. The Suns clear it. Octopi on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Minnesota with the W. They played the villains.